Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to learn how to make this beautiful silk dress. If this is what you're interested in, keep watching, like, share and subscribe. Thank you. So to get started, we're going to draft our basic upper bodies and we're going to draft this upper bodies on fold. So I'm just marking out my shoulder line, then my armhole, and then I'm taking a straight line. A full detailed video of how to draft upper bodies is on our YouTube page. You can go ahead and just go through the videos and learn how to draft the upper bodies. So that's my neckline. 3x3 was what I used, and I'm just connecting the neckline to the shoulder slants that I made, and that's my apex, half length, and then waist to hip, because this is a dress and my paper is not actually enough, so I stopped at my waist to hip. I'm supposed to stop at my waist to the full length, but I'll complete the remaining length of the dress on fabric. So I just wrote out all that lines, and this is me constructing my armhole and connecting with my pattern master. So I'll go ahead and impute my bust measurement divided by 4, my waist measurement divided by 4, and my hip measurement divided by 4, and then I'll connect the lines. So I'll just go ahead and connect the lines. After that, I'll cut out my pattern and then we'll begin the alteration. So this is it. I've cut out my pattern. I actually did not cut out the neckline out. I left that. You will see the reason why I left that neckline. So I'm just going to make a slant from the neckline to the armhole, under the armhole there, just a slant. So while you do it, just look at it and make sure you are okay with the line. And I wasn't okay with mine, so I had to do another one. I felt that one was too low, so that's what I'm going to use, and I'll just cut it out. So at this point, I'm supposed to use this pattern to cut out my back first before cutting out my front. So when you're doing yours, please use, when you cut out the pattern, use it to cut your back first before you go to your front. So this, I'm just drawing a random straight line because I want to do a slash and spread effects on the shoulder. So I'm just drawing a straight line for the front. This pattern I want to cut now is for the front, so I'll cut them out like this so that I can be able to spread them and add more fabric to that part of the shoulder. So I'm going to spread them like that. So this is my pattern. I place it on my fabric and I am giving 1 inch interval for every piece that I cut out. So I'm just spinning them down to make it easier for me. Just try, it's not really going to lay very straight, but try to make it lay straight and flat. So I wrote a straight line just to connect the lines, to make sure that the shoulder is straight, because when you do the folding you see that it's not going to be straight, but I marked out a straight line. Then from that straight line I'm going to take 4 inches all the way up. You will see what we're going to use this 4 inches for later, and I connected the armhole and the neckline to that 4 inches point. Sorry you're not seeing my chalk because I'm using a white chalk. I have a white fabric and I'm using a white chalk. I just don't want the fabric to get stained, but please try and understand what I'm doing. So I'm just going to cut it out like that. So that's the extra 4 inches on the fabric. So I'm just pinning it down. Just pinning it down. This is not really necessary. I don't even know why I was doing this at this point, but I'm going to close all these patterns now. I'll use my sellotape or gum to put back these lines I slashed together so that I can cut the back. Okay, so I've done it here. So I just drew the straight line again, just like I did for the front, and then go up by 4 inches as well. So this particular one now is the back. This particular one is the back. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out. So I cut facing for the front and the back, and this is how long my facing was. I'll just go ahead and fold the down part of the facing, and then sew my neckline and armhole, and also the top of the shoulder. I will also sew it. So I've sewn this, I've notched it, I've sewn both the front and the back, and I've notched it. I will just turn it over and give it a good press. So this is it. I've turned it over, and I went ahead to pleat the front to the back. The front has the excess, so we pleated the front to the back. We use the back as a guide to pleat it. So I'm marking out the 4 inches that we took out, that were added to the shoulder. Sorry, I'm marking it out. Now I'm marking it 3.5 because I've sewed ½ inch inside. So I'm marking 3.5, and I'll just go. I went ahead to sew that particular line I marked. I sewed the line, and this was the outcome. Then I'm going to just place that remaining 3.5 inches over like this and pin it on both the front and the back side, and I'll go ahead and stitch it down. This will serve as a casing for our strap. So I'll just go ahead and sew it down, and then this is it. I've sewn it down. See how it looks inside. So that's where the rope is going to pass through, and then I'll go ahead and sew my sides with the seam allowance I added and fold the hem of my dress. I've sewn the sides of the dress. I left this other side because I want to put my zip at the side. So I'll go ahead and cut out elastic and stitch elastic at both sides of the dress. It will run from the waist to the full length of the dress. While sewing the elastic, I'll pleat some parts of the dress and then stretch the elastic, just a tiny pleat. That's what we'll keep doing, and then we'll stretch the elastic while sewing. So this is a full dress. When we're done, the strap is measured 60 plus 45, just a straight strap. 60 plus 45, that would be like 105. Yes, that's the length of the strap. We just passed it through the casing, and this was it. Hope you enjoyed it. If this video was helpful, like, share and subscribe. Thank you.